How is everybody today, by the way? I think Wolf mentioned he was doing good. Leona, at work, unfortunately, I know. Terrible news, that. I'm so sorry for your loss. Arkham just got here, wants to kill me again. Too bad, not happening. Yeah, hope everyone's fine. We're just talking about Dragon's Dogma 2 now. So, the big part about this, the big thing that came out with the new video, or the new live stream, is it had 15 minutes of brand new stuff, a presentation, and then after that they had like 45 minutes of gameplay, which is fine. The gameplay was basically what we had already seen, just part of the demo from the Tokyo Game Show and stuff like that. But during the actual presentation, they announced new enemies. They actually announced the newest vocation that came out, which is fucking amazing. That they gotta start heading back to work. Oh no! Waifu, no! Okay, well, we'll miss you. Bye, Leona. Good luck at work. We'll see you later. So they, announced new enemies. They specified more on the vocation. They actually showed some stuff about it, which is the Trickster vocation, which we will talk about later. But the big part, and I emphasize big, was the new enemies that came out. They actually went through and talked about that. The Talos. The Talos, which is a massive Colossus type. You know what? Actually, we're going to go onto the site. We're going to look it up. I'm pretty sure we can see everything on the site. Hold on, it's on the official thing. It sure is. All right, perfect. I'm just gonna F11 that so that we get a full screen. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. All right, hold up. Studio mode. I'm just gonna have to do the thing real quick. Alright, cool. So, alright, let's move on over to the next screen, shall we? Whoops. Hi! I pressed the wrong button. Okay, so, yes, the news trailer came out, the Talos, that's what we're talking about, the big guy. Talos Principle? Sure. I know it's a game, and it has a sequel. I think they're like two completely different games. Okay, so, let's see here. What do we now know? Actually, the full trailer's right there. Probably maybe check that out. You guys want to check that out? For those of you who have no idea what the hell we're talking about, I think it's a pretty good idea that we check out Dragon's Dogma 2. So, you know, let's actually do that. Shut that off. I'm going to turn on the desktop so you guys can actually hear it. Hope you guys can see that. Oh, you sure can't. Neither can I. Age restricted, eh? I guess we're gonna have to go watch it on YouTube. Ow!
At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the console.
Mm-hmm.
The return.
Dragon's Dogma, Dragon's Dogma, 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 Dragon's Dogma, yes, D.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, it looks so good.
Welcome, Arisen.
Oh, it looks so good.
We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
So we get some new moves that we haven't seen before with the fighter.
Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Cat ladies with titties.
We ask that all be spared the horrors of the fell dragon.
And I love that, by the way. We're going to talk about that later.
From this moment forth, thou art arisen.
David Lodge killing it, of course. There's a new enemy, the Doulahan. And the Medusa. We're actually getting visuals on this.
If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here?
When 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, Word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found.
Oh no.
Pitiable Arisen.
Leona, why?
Dost thou fight?
Ah, yeah. Thief gets counters. Ulrika, waifu of the game.
In your own
And then the Sphinx, other waifu of the game. Please, can I get with the Sphinx? Please tell me I can. And then the Talos. This thing is massive.
Thou wouldst war.
Okay. I'm not the one that said it. You're literally the one pointing at yourself.
If ye intend to do what I could not,
And then we get the dragon first.
fell the dragon true. I would gladly pass all the wisdom I possess into your hands.
March 22nd, 2024. First quarter of 2024. That, to be fair, is very surprising to me. Incredibly surprising to me. Alright, well that's the end of that. Can we go back? How do we go back? Hold on. Can't. It's a new... Yeah, I guess I'm exiting full screen for this. Yep. Alright, back to full screen. Okay. I did say cat lady with tits. I wasn't pointing at Leona, though. That's what I'm saying. Set forth on your grand adventure. Alright, we're gonna need the music again. Wrong music. There we go. Oopsies. This is my own brand of music. Okay. Again, the art looks fucking fantastic. Do we know... Okay, the story, yeah, we know a little bit more now. You're kind of caught in a power struggle for the throne because you're Arisen. Made new characters. New vocations. Alright, here we go. Speaking of... Yeah, let's just go into... Where is... action? What is action? That's a good question. The swords, bows, and enchant magic. Action that challenges your creativity. Okay. Oh, here we go. So, this, I fucking... Leona, you should be going back to work. Why are you still... Leona, please. For the email in your lunchtime, to be honest, you needed to hold yourself back all afternoon. To tease me? I mean, is that a good enough reason? I don't know. This is... So these are the vocations we know of so far. So notice, first thing, we got fighter, archer, thief, and mage that we know of pretty well so far. Let's actually read through fighter here. Okay, bye, Leona. Action is an acronym for action can teach in our name or something like that. That's fair. Thank you for the hug, Leona. Appreciate it. Okay, the fighter vocation excels in melee combat. Deftly wielding a sword and shield, fighters can slice through enemy ranks and deliver powerful blows, while also using their shields to protect themselves and their allies. So, fighter, pretty standard stuff. We all know how fighter works at this point, right? Sword and shield, and we've seen some counter attacks, or so, you know, we've seen based on the parry mechanic alone. So, shit's looking pretty sick, pretty standard, but also pretty sick. Then we get the archer, who we've also seen plenty of, you know, gameplay for. The archer vocation specializes in long-range attacks using a bow and arrow. They perform their attacks from far and can target enemies in high positions. In addition, they are essential in supporting the front line. For example, by targeting enemy weaknesses, they can create opportunities for your allies to strike. So yeah, archer, pretty standard stuff. Also, different type of arrows for different situations, as we've seen in the first game, which is, you know, nice. Stop knocking me, Leon. Jeez. So shield timing is very important. Absolutely. You all know that. Alright, and then we get the Thief, which is the new, basically the Archer and Thief were Strider in the first game. And then they've been split into 2 classes to increase variety, basically. We're just going full on Dragon's Dogma Online with this shit, which is awesome. I love that. I actually appreciate that more, I think. Thank you for the hydrate. I'll drink that before I read. It'll help me. Maybe. Okay. So yeah. The Thief attacks with deadly speed, dealing rapid and consecutive strikes with daggers in both hands while exhibiting outstanding mobility. They quickly step away after striking, exploit openings to cling onto enemies, and inflict heavy damage. They may also steal items from NPCs and enemies. So that's cool. I like that they basically just straight up confirmed Thief and Master Thief are going to be in the game. I didn't read that, actually. That's good information. So basically, yeah, you can just steal items. Just like in the first game with Strider, you have an ability called Thief and Master Thief, which is the upgraded version of that, where you can steal basic necessity items or sometimes curatives and stuff like that, which is nice. Must replenish fluids for you to drool over this upcoming masterpiece. Yeah, I'm getting there. Oh, don't worry. You know, they're staying true to the first game, I think but either way, I trust them making good fun game. Yes, very much so. They're just basically making more. They're just giving us more. And then, alright, after Thief, which is a really good, you know, speedy dual dagger vocation, which is its own thing now compared to Strider. Then we get Mage, which personally, based on the gameplay I've seen, I think I might be starting Mage. Like, not Fighter or, you know, Thief or Archer or anything, just straight up starting Mage, because it feels a lot more active than before, which is very nice. So, the description here reads, wielding a staff, the mage offers support to their party in various ways, from launching magic attacks, offering enchantments that bolster their party members' weapons, to casting healing spells. The more advanced and powerful the magic is, the longer the incantation time will be. As a mage, you will experience the strategic excitement of deftly executing your magic abilities. Nice. So yeah, the mage is quite a bit different than it was in the first game. Because in the first, in the first game it was basically just start casting, walk around until it's done casting, and then cast, which is fine and dandy, but we need a little bit more interactivity here, and Capcom has been listening. They have very much been listening, and you can tell by the way the gameplay is now, because now, because every vocation has a different vocation ability, which is placed automatically on your R1, I think, which I think I'm going to be switching over to L1. But when you press the ability for Fighter, you put up your shield. That's pretty standard stuff. For the Strider, for the Thief, I'm so used to Dragon's Dogma 1 vocabulary here. But for Thief, you have your quick step, your dodge step. And then for Archer, you just bring up your reticle. You go auto aim, or not auto aim, you go, you know, manual aiming. But for Mage, you have quick casting, which is interesting. Because when you press the quick casting, it spends stamina to charge the spell faster. And we've seen gameplay of this. It's actually quite a bit faster. It's like a lot faster. And yes, you are spending stamina to do that, but here's another thing. The mage has another ability which replenishes their stamina. So think about it. You're gonna have to be like constantly switching between casting your spell, quick casting, just to be able to stay in the battle faster. You're gonna be a lot more aggressive now. And then when you get low on stamina, you cast your stamina regeneration to get that back so that you can keep up the offensive. It's going to be a lot more strategic, a lot more, you know, active. I'm really liking the way they're making Mage and Sorcerer at this point, because Sorcerer has the same thing we've seen, which is nice. So yeah. I'm starting Mage, There's a reason I'm starting mage, and then we're gonna go into something else. But for now, we get into the advanced vocations, the 2 advanced vocations that we know of. This is where shit gets fucking crazy, alright? So, they're giving us warrior now. So here's the description for warrior. Warrior boasts a robust physique, specializing in direct combat, with the strength to endure enemy counterattacks. Warriors are masters of two-handed weapons such as the greatsword and the hammer. A strike that is unleashed after charging power and identifying an opening is amongst the most powerful attacks of all vocations. So, warriors staying up on top as some of the most damaging classes in the game, which is fantastic. And you can see the gameplay down here a little bit in the bottom. This is the newest gameplay that just got shown with the showcase. And the most interesting part about this that I've noticed is, motherfucker, you can stand on the monster, because now there's a new mechanic where you don't have to be holding on to the monster at all times. If there's like a flat enough surface, you can literally just be standing there and not use up stamina. You can stand on the monster and charge your spells / abilities. What? I love that. First of all, can I just say that is genius, and I never thought about doing that. Like, in all the years that I've played Dragon's Dogma 1, I never once considered the fact that, oh, I'd like to just stand on the monster and charge my hit. But no, that's like obviously, right? Now, like with hindsight, you're like, oh yeah, shit, you should have been able to do that from the start. But now you can do that in Dragon's Dogma 2, which is fucking amazing. I love that. Also, the flames coming out of the Drake are absolutely insane. I love that it looks like a rocket because we got the blue flames turning into orange and red. This is nice. And then the whole screen turns red. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. But yeah, being able to charge your strikes on the monster is nuts. And we've seen more gameplay of Warrior where even your auto attacks are charged. And if you like do perfect timing for your auto attacks and stuff like that, you'll deal more damage or more hits or something like that, and it looks really cool. I'm very much looking forward to at least trying out Warrior. Maybe not on my first playthrough, but definitely I plan on trying it. Hell, who knows? The game might be long enough. We'll probably play every single fucking vocation by that point. Alright, so then you get the advanced vocation for fighter, basically. So you get fighter, and then advanced, you get warrior. And then we go into the sorcerer. So you get mage, advanced vocation, into sorcerer. Alright, sorcerers. I just love the design of Grigori, but the design of the lesser dragons is also very, very cool. The lesser dragons seemed they had less thought put into them. Aqua, you son of a bitch, thank you for the 17 months! A tier 3, no less. Good shit. Welcome. But yeah. Yeah, I was saying, the dragons, or the lesser dragons, I guess, in Dragon's Dogma 1, seemed like they had less thought put into them. They all looked almost identical, save for where their weak point was, and their color scheme. And that was pretty much it. But here, at least in Dragon's Dogma 2, you can tell that they're very different. They look and have completely different models, which is cool. I love that. So then we get into Sorcerer. So, the Sorcerer is a vocation completely specialized in various magic attacks. The magic is conjured with both hands through the large staff, my bad, and can change the tide of a battle at any given opportunity. As the magic spells take longer to cast, it is key for the sorcerer to find a safe place even, and determine the correct moment to strike. So yeah, a lot of spells are back. Bull-Eyed is back. Maelstrom is back, as you can see. You get Spell Sinking is back. I love how they just straight up show that up in the trailer, which is nice. So sorcerers. Basically the same gameplay as sorcerers in Dragon's Dogma 1, with the new gameplay for the mage in Dragon's Dogma 2. Which is nice. So now you get to charge your spells, you get new spells even, which is crazy. And the magic in this game looks fucking nuts, again, as usual. The spells in Dragon's Dogma always have looked the best in any RPG. I will stand by that. I don't give a shit. It's so cool. So that is Sorcerer. Alright, and then we get into hybrid vocations, so far the only ones that we know about. The Magic Archer makes a return, but this time without daggers. They're following the same kind of, you know, place with how they're doing in Dragon's Dogma 2 now. So the Magic Archer, vocation exclusive to the Arisen, because it is a hybrid vocation. Available only to the Arisen, the Magic Archer vocation excels in long-range combat with their magical arrows. In addition to attacking or healing, Magic Archers are also adept at supporting their allies. They can learn a custom skill that unleashes a devastating attack over a wide area, in exchange for reducing their own maximum HP. And as we've seen, maximum HP can be replenished at camps and just by sleeping in general. So that's where that comes into play. So you can't just be spamming that spell over and over. You're going to be killing yourself over time, which is not a great thing. But yeah, so Magic Archer basically comes back more support focused this time. They're going more Dragon's Dogma Online with this vocation. And I love that. I appreciate that. So this is more for like a vocation that wants to support the pawns more. And so like with healing and, you know, resurrecting magic and shit like that. But also if you want to deal damage. So that is that. And then you get the next one, my fucking main vocation, the hybrid vocation between red and blue, because we've seen blue and yellow, now we need red and blue. Mystic fucking Spear Hand looks rad as fuck, boy. The Mystic Spear Hand, vocation exclusive to the Arisen because it is a hybrid vocation. The Mystic Spear Hand, a vocation available only to the Arisen, combines melee and magic, making them a well-balanced vocation that is effective from any range. The Mystic Spear Hand is a master of their unique weapon, the Duo Spear. Using magic, they can paralyze enemies or hurl multiple objects at them. So yeah, good stuff. Look at it! Look at the gameplay though, it's so cool. I'm basically a ghost in-game. It's so cool! Ah! I don't know if they don't show the new gameplay that we've seen. So in the trailer, there's like a point where you see them with like a double, like a spirit double of themselves, and they're attacking at the same time and doing a bunch of spins and stuff like that. So one of the abilities that you can get as a Mystic Spear Hand is literally a clone of yourself that attacks when you attack. You become Virgil from Devil May Cry. This is nuts. Except with a spear. A duo spear. It's nuts. You can, you know, paralyze enemies, which is nice. I think you can teleport to enemies that have been paralyzed. And then you can pick up corpses and throw them and teleport. And then, oh god, it's so nice. It's so cool. Dragon May Cry. You better fucking believe it. It is the same director after all, so it makes sense. And then the newest one that just got announced, the Trickster class. Trickster, vocation exclusive to the Arisen. Vocation exclusive to the Arisen, the Trickster can conjure illusions through the smoke created by its unique weapon, the Censor. Trickster can use illusions to deceive enemies into fighting against their own. They also have the ability to temporarily increase the power of pawns beyond their limits. So, Trickster, as described by Capcom themselves, is a vocation more for people who like to stay on the back lines and do nothing. Basically. They just like to have their pawns do most of the work. Sulfur, hello! Welcome to the stream! Gonna try to play this soon? I fucking hope so, boy. Again, for the third time. That's all good! I hope you have fun, though, at the very least. Can we get a shout-out for Salvo, please? While we're talking about Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh, boy. Okay. Not this, the first one? Yeah,
I don't know what I am.
That's fair. I know.
I don't know what I am. Fucking weird. Yeah.
I am playing it later. We're gonna be playing it soon. I'm gonna be starting a brand new game playthrough, and I'm going to be starting as mage, and we're just gonna go through like that. It's gonna be on hard mode, and I'm gonna die a lot. I guarantee it. But we're gonna have fun. So there we go. As we were talking about, yeah. So the trickster is the brand new one with the sensor. It's a brand new weapon. Basically, you just cause illusions, which has the enemies. You know, you draw aggro away from what doesn't want to die, basically. And you can also cause enemies to fight amongst themselves, which is actually pretty interesting when you think about it. It has no actual direct damage, as I've noticed. Or at least it doesn't seem to have any direct damage. But you can also buff your pawns, like give them increased attack and stuff like that, which is super sick. So if you're a trickster and you have no pawns, you're basically useless. As far as I can tell. Okay, so that's all the vocations that we know so far. But here's the fucking kicker. Here's what's got the Dragon's Dogma community all up in a tizzy. It's gotten the Dragon's Dogma community going fucking nuts. Wouldn't it be funny if they make this is a hard mode in Dragon's Dogma 2 that sounds Souls games will implement Dragon's Dogma mode in the future? You know, I probably won't ever happen yet, but it would be funny. But like I was saying, this is what's gotten Dragon's Dogma all crazed up right now. So notice, all right, so we're gonna put this right here in the center. Notice, all right, we got the fighter, and then the fighter advanced vocation. Yeah, standard stuff. And then you get the mage, and then the mage advanced vocation, which is sorcerer. Okay, which leaves 2 spots for the archer and thief advanced vocations, because that's just how Dragon's Dogma works, right? You would get obviously yellow and green for the advanced vocations. But then you get the hybrid vocations. So obviously you get hybrid between Mystic Spearhand, or of Mystic Spearhand, which is between fighter and mage, red and blue. That's where that goes. And then you get Magic Archer, which is a mix between archer and mage, which, you know, blue and yellow. Makes sense. So obviously, utilizing that logic, you would know that you would need a blue-green and a green-yellow. There are 2 slots missing, right? So by that logic, we're missing a blue-green and a green-yellow. Hold on, am I missing something here? Oh, right, and red-yellow. Sorry, 3! We're missing 3 things, my bad. Oh yeah. Oh, you've noticed, haven't you, Wolf? So we're missing 3 things. We're missing the blue-green, the green-yellow, and red-yellow. According to this. So, might I say, why the fuck does Trickster have purple-pink? Capcom, what are you hiding? Huh? What are you hiding, buddy? What's going on behind closed doors there, Capcom? What are you doing, huh? What's up? Capcom, you know what you did. You know what you're doing. You know what's up. What is going on, dude? This is getting crazy. Because now, because everything was color-coded before. Everything was color-coordinated. Then why the fuck is purple pink there? That's coming out of literally fucking nowhere. Which means it could mean a few things. It could mean a couple of things. One, that there are way more vocations that we know. Way more vocations than we even think. Or that colors mean literally nothing, and they can add whatever vocations they want without association. That's kind of crazy when you think about it, because then if you've played Dragon's Dogma Online, you know that there's the Mystic Scepter, which is like a spell sword kind of class, and you get the Alchemist class and stuff like that. You might even get like a monk class, which is theorized to already be in the game because it was cut content from the first game. And most people are theorizing that to be like a green-red vocation mix. Could be. Honestly, I would see that. That'd be pretty good. But it could also mean Mystic Knight can make a return. They did not deny nor confirm the existence of Mystic Knight. But it could confirm that anything is possible. So this, the Trickster, Capcom fucking knows, dude. They added the Trickster as a trick to trick us because purple fucking pink. Now, okay, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. For the people who have never played Dragon's Dogma 1, this could mean nothing. It could literally just be, oh, there's another class, and now it has colors that have no variation whatsoever. But to the majority of people who have played Dragon's Dogma 1, who know there is a color coding to this, that the colors of your vocation basically dictates what it is. That all of a sudden, they would just go, look, you get red, yellow, green, blue, red, blue, blue, yellow, red, blue, fucking purple, pink. What? I love it. I love it! Oh, I'm so excited, dude. It just means that Capcom is like, they're just staring at us in the back, like, bro. Oh yeah. Oh, you think you know what we have? Nah. Nah. You have no idea. No idea what we have. And we're not gonna tell you. You're gonna have to experience this thing. We can't wait. Hope you buy it. Bye! It's so crazy! Oh god, I'm so hyped. It could mean we have 12 vocations. It could mean we have 14 vocations. It could mean we have like fucking 22 fucking vocations. Who knows at this point? Like already, for any kind of action RPG, having this many vocations already is a feat. This would be a lot, right? In any kind of RPG. So, we're basically missing out on a couple of different advanced and hybrid vocations now. We know, almost for a fact, we are all, everyone in the community is at the very least 90 to 95% sure that we have advanced vocations for Thief and Archer, and that there are hybrid vocations between all of these base classes. We are all 90 to 95% sure of this, and then all of a sudden, they're throwing new stuff at us. And I know I've heard of another theory for the purple pink. The fact that, you know, what was Mystic Knight in the first game? It was red and blue, right? Mystic Knight was red and blue. So maybe Mystic Knight is a base vocation now of purple. That'd be kind of crazy. I don't think that's the case, but that would be kind of crazy. And then they would have a hybrid vocation between the purple Mystic Knight and a pink something else. Huh? If not a base vocation, at the very least an advanced vocation, I think that would be. It was a pretty crazy idea. It would be sick if that would happen. But I don't know. Maybe not like straight up Mystic Knight, but I think like in Dragon's Dogma Online, what they did was had a shield sage. It's basically a big shield magic caster with a wand instead of a sword. Which is fair. It was very much shield focused, because otherwise you would have overlaps with Fighter, because Fighter has a sword and shield. The only difference between, you know, Fighter and Mystic Knight is that Mystic Knight can cast some spells. Other than that, their combos and everything is exactly the same. And I don't think they're going to do this for Dragon's Dogma 2 because that would be way too easy. Right? Because what have you seen so far in all of the vocations? Variety. you've seen variety. Even between mage and sorcerer, you have variety. But again, mage and sorcerer is just a base to advanced vocation. Fighter and warrior is base to advanced vocation. They have differences. They have pretty glaring differences too. But in Dragon's Dogma 1, between Fighter and Mystic Knight, their fighting style was practically identical. The only difference is that Mystic Knight had magic they could cast on their shield for counters, and magic that they could just cast with their sword, or mace. That's the only difference they had, mace. But now, Fighter has swords and maces, which means they basically inherited that stuff from the Mystic Knight. So what I see them doing, if, and this is a massive if they end up adding Mystic Knight to Dragon's Dogma 2, it's probably going to resemble the Shield Sage from Dragon's Dogma Online more so than Dragon's Dogma 1, because otherwise it would be the same thing. It would just be like carbon copy of Fighter plus Big Shield. Which I don't think they're going to be doing, considering they split up Archer and Thief. So that completely separates, Strider from Ranger. Those don't happen anymore. Now you have a dedicated Archer and a dedicated Dual Daggers vocation. Which means they're probably going to be dedicated tank class. Mystic Knight. Or Shield Sage, if that's what you would want to call it. Either ways, so the fact that the Trickster comes out with 2 fucking colors that have literally nothing to do with the color scheme so far is fucking nuts. And this has gotten the entire Dragon's Dogma community off their asses, contemplating, speculating, just, they're going nuts. And I love it. I love all the speculation I've seen online. I love all the bits of information, all the videos I've seen on YouTube talking about this. It's crazy. And I'm so happy that the Dragon's Dogma community has never been so alive, including myself, despite being dead. So that was one of the biggest things, basically, was the Trickster class completely fooling, or tricking, if you will, the Dragon's Dogma community with its color scheme. Because people are like, oh, Trickster, yeah, that's going to be like the mage blue and yellow, or blue and green, or something like that. Not even fucking close. That's right, the afterlife will not hinder us. We will live once again. So that was the big thing. And I'm super happy this exists. This is proof of a lot of things. Mainly that anything is possible. And along with that, we got new monsters that have been posted, I believe. Oh yeah, so the Capcom has been posting a bunch of things here, including like descriptions for new monsters and images and stuff like that. You get the goblins, Chopper, which is a new one, a new kind of goblin basically, who are more trappers basically than the original. You get the griffins, you get the undead, which, by the way, they start looking really fucking good when you consider that this is all the RE engine and they got increased graphical fidelity and stuff. Look at the skeletons, damn it! They look so cool. You get the skeleton mage in the back, which you're gonna have to watch for because their fireballs fucking hurt, especially in hard mode. And then you get the brand new things that have no variation in Dragon's Dogma 1. They don't even exist, like slimes, who are completely immune to physical attacks. Hilarious. You'd think that would be in the first game, but it's not. And then you get Ogre, again, looking great, because it's Dragon's Dogma 2, everything's looking fucking great. The Golem, looking great. I love how you get like the veins of magic that are splitting off of the Golem wherever the metals are. Oh fuck, there's a detail I didn't even notice. The fucking head is made up of different statue heads. Like, you get the head upside down here, a regular head, some beard / mustache carving that broken off for the eye. I never noticed that. Oh, that's fucking sick. I love that. Oh, I love it. The designs are so good. And then the Chimera, classic. Whenever I see a Chimera online, or like someone talking about a Chimera, at this point, this is the design that pops into my head. Just a lion torso with a goat stuck on its back with goat hind legs and a snake tail. That's the design that sticks into my head immediately. That's the thing I think of. Also, the armor looks fucking sick, holy crap. Very clothy. I like that. And the Saurian, as we've seen, as another basic variation for the Saurian class, the lizard class. Harpies. I'm assuming snow harpies are going to be a thing. They didn't show them yet, but I'm assuming. And then wolves. I'm assuming dire wolves are still a thing. We'll see. We know Garms are a thing now, though, because we've seen them in the trailer. And Minotaurs are also a thing. Hobgoblins! We know these motherfuckers. They're looking fucking crazy now. They got, like, straight-up armor and stuff. Wow! Nice. So kind of chimeras are in some stories back then. That is true. But I don't think there was ever, like, a consensus or, like, a specific design that everyone agreed on. Everyone knew there was, like, lion, goat, snake. That's it. And then I've seen, like, multiple interpretations of that. But Dragon's Dogma is the one that really sticks into my mind. It's like, oh yeah, that's the definitive chimera. That's what it is. I was going to say Hydra, but that's a different thing entirely. These goblins. And then we're back up to the Rattlers. Okay, they didn't update the enemies too much. The slimes, though. And as we've seen in the trailer, they actually showed, like, an actual showcase of 2 new monsters. I don't know if they would be in here. World? Oh yeah, and the elves. Elves are, in fact, confirmed to be a thing now. Not just that, you get, you know, an entire storyline, well, not storyline, like a quest line revolving around elves. And I'll be back to that soon because there's some stuff to talk about with that. We've got new developments for the elves, but I'm trying to talk about the enemies right now. And I don't think we can find it here. Videos? Maybe. Main trailer in the first. We literally just saw the main trailer. Yeah, and then there's just the showcase. Okay, well, you know, let's go over to the showcase here. Of course, it's fucking age restricted. Shut the fuck up. Mute that and go to the points that matter. Right, okay, they didn't update anything on the Talos. But there are... You know what, maybe I should just straight up show you guys this part here. Just stop that and unmute this.
First, let's go over what you just saw.
Sure. This motherfucker. Okay,
Emerging
yeah, here we
suddenly
go.
from the sea, we meet the giant Talos, who appears for the first time in this game, and who you will have to figure out how to stop.
Looking fucking nuts. Basically, I'm getting huge Monster Hunter World vibes with Zora Magdaros. You confess, I had once dreamed of Dragon's Dogma 2 when it was announced. I dreamed about a big frozen lake, and in the middle there was a chest and a big ice golem. After beating it, I had not enough space to take the most powerful item from the chest. Well, that sucks. Thankfully, you can split your inventories between pawns. So obviously,
I cannot
Dragon's
foresee it
Dogma,
will bring ruin
you can jump
wherever
on
it
your
treads.
enemies. You can climb on them. So yeah, obviously you're gonna be jumping on this fucking motherfucker and you're gonna be stabbing it and slicing at it. I had a dream like a good 2 years before Dragon's Dogma was released about like Dragon's Dogma just Dragon's Dogma 2 got announced and then there was a trailer and everything. And this is not this, but like the first trailer of, you know, the sword gameplay and all that was exactly how I imagined it. And then I went online and everyone was talking about it and I was so excited, but then I woke up and it was hell on earth. I hate it. But now it's real.
Indeed.
So yeah.
And where is it bound, I wonder?
So this is most likely going to be a scripted event.
Will trample the world entire, but not on
Thank you for
ours.
the hug, by the way. Appreciate it.
Let us attack with the full
But
sum of our
also,
strength.
can we talk about the archer's armor right now?
By any means.
I love that feather cowl he has on. New armor that we haven't seen yet. I love it. Then obviously
As
destructible
you can
environments.
see, you'll be able to enjoy a variety of combat experiences
Whee!
depending on how
Grab.
you choose to tackle each situation. Keep your eyes peeled for more on Talos and its role.
Okay, and then the story. I'm gonna let you guys do your research as well, but basically the story is pretty deep now compared to Dragon's Dogma 1, at least. Well, Dragon's Dogma 1 is deep after you actually start looking into the story. Like, surface level, Dragon's Dogma 1 is, oh, Dragon stole your heart, go fight Dragon, get heart back, save the world. Basic thing, right? But then you get into the deeper semantics of it, and it's like, oh, maybe it's not just that. There's a much deeper meaning to this. Oh no. And then you get to the post game, and then you confirm, oh yeah, no, this is way bigger than what we thought. Exactly, but that's not the full story. Once you start getting deep into the actual story of Dragon's Dogma, then you realize, oh shit, this shit is fucking rad. So then you get the story for Dragon's Dogma 2, which is pretty deep compared to 1 on the surface level. So you get the Vermund and Batal, two different countries, or states, basically, that you're going to be traveling to and from. And in Vermund, basically the Arisen has been taking over, I'm just going to play that in the background, taking over as the royal line there for generations. And now, the most recent king of Vermund died, and now they're trying to find a successor, basically. And the queen is making false Arisen, her son, into a false Arisen to succeed the throne. Her, basically. Disa. That's right, that's her name. Basically creating a false Arisen so that they can take the throne and she can basically keep control of the country. But then, word of you, the actual Arisen, makes it to the capital. And shit gets crazy. Now you gotta deal with that. And then in the Batal region, ruled by Nadinia, basically pawns are viewed as bad luck, or just bad in general. So, and they revere, I can't remember, what was it, the flame of some sort. The word escapes me. They say it here earlier.
The nation of Batal treats pawns as the source of misfortune.
Yeah,
and instead worship the lambent flame to ward off calamity, with Empress Nadinia at its center.
Yeah, the lambent flame, that's what they call it. But they both hate the dragon, or not hate, but they both know the dragon is just a sign of bad. Just bad. It's a calamity, basically. It's like a natural disaster. Nobody likes it, and they're going to have to deal with it regardless. But in Batal, they hate pawns, which is interesting. Everything's bad. Yep. So the main thing, pardon me, I'm just going to take a drink real quick. The main thing to look out for is that depending on what race you are and what pawns you have with you, you'll be treated differently in different parts of the game. And also, we've seen this, that certain quests can only be completed or can only be taken when you have a specific vocation equipped. For example, the Elven mission that we've seen that was in the showcase can only be done if you're the Archer vocation. Crazy. You're telling me that either you focus on a single vocation and play the game one way, and then you can start again from the start in New Game Plus and have a completely different vocation and play the game a completely different way, or you have to constantly be switching vocations and trying new things to be able to experience the game at its fullest? Fucking genius! Obviously! Like, it's so good. The concept of that is just so good. Like, obviously, you would be doing that. Who wouldn't be doing that? But I know some people who literally just stick to fighter the entire game and are like, nope, this is my vocation. This is what I'm going to do. And that's fair. That's fine. You can do that. But you'll be missing out on a lot of the game. So if you want to complete all the missions, if you want to collect all the stuff, you'll have to just change vocations or try new ways of playing the game. You'll have to experiment. And the fact that Capcom is doing this innately in Dragon's Dogma 2, forcing you to experiment with new ways of fighting, new ways of playing their game, is insanely crazy. I love it. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait for Dragon's Dogma 2 so much. Guys, I'm guaranteeing you, I'm telling you right now, the moment Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out, I'm already booking a week off from work so that I can just stream this game non-stop for a week. I am playing the living shit out of this game. Good thing to try the vocations on different bosses. Speaking of experience, you know, me versus Undead Dragon. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Perfect. Perfect example. Just trying different vocations for different things. See what works. And I'm super excited. I'm already loving the whole thing. Tried to kill Undead Dragon with a warrior. Yeah. Yeah. You might have some trouble. It's not impossible, but it would definitely be more difficult. And you get all these new characters, which you can read about on the website. I'm not going to get into too much detail because this is less of a gameplay type of thing and more of a just world building type of thing. And that's fine. You know, I really appreciate world building. I appreciate story things, but I will experience the story and world when I play the game. Until then, I want to know how the game plays, what can impact your gameplay, what you can do with the rules of the game, and so on and so forth. Which is what basically I'm going to be talking about during this whole spiel that I've been going on for a fucking hour now, apparently. So then you get the quests, yeah, with the elves that you can see here. Oh yeah, as I was saying, we're going to go back to this. So let's keep going here real quick, and this will actually remind me what I was talking about. I'm gonna need my music back. Excuse me. Alright, so like we mentioned earlier, alright, I'm gonna pause this right here. What the fuck? I'm pausing this right here. So, as I mentioned earlier, the elves have their own tiny little settlement. They have their own little their place that they live in. Takes fucking long. I don't repeatedly fight him over 4 hours until I changed. Then it took me half an hour to an hour to get to the rest. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's why you change vocations for stuff like that. You change vocations based on what you want to fight, basically. Right now, anyways. Or either that, or you change your pawn to be able to get whatever you need. For example, if you're not dealing magic damage, you need a pawn that does, you know, holy damage. There we go. Just take a pawn that has holy enchantment or, you know, anything of the like. There we go. You're set. But pawns are going to have an even bigger thing in this game. Oh boy, are they gonna have an even bigger thing in this game? You're gonna be trading pawns like Pokemon cards. You're gonna be fucking going left and right, trading different pawns, different abilities, learning new things. This shit's gonna be nuts! I can't wait. So, as you can see, oh no, the elves! These are obviously elves. They have their own language! That's fucking crazy! Already, they have their own little language, which is nuts. And we know Capcom is pretty good at creating completely new languages from scratch, because Monster Hunter has their own language. And we know this, because that is an option that you can activate in Monster Hunter, to have their own language. And it all makes sense. It is all an actual language that they use in the game, literally called Monster Hunter language. So, you know, they got the handle of making completely new languages here. So what's this? How are you gonna do that? You can't read that? You don't know who that is! Well, here's the thing. You remember that thing where pawns have specializations? We had no idea what the hell that was supposed to be. Well, certain pawns have specializations like fucking translating. That's right! If they know the language, they can automatically translate the language for you. So these subtitles currently are in Elvish, but if you have a pawn with you that knows the woodland language, this will automatically be translated. Mind-boggling! And that's not the only specialization they can get. They can have different types of specializations, such as, I can't remember the one that they had before, but there was a specialization that if you get over-encumbered, or you get too heavy, a pawn will automatically take your stuff from you and spread it across your pawns to keep you at a lower weight ratio. What? That's crazy! That's another level of customization and of, variation that you can have on your pawn that can make it useful in different types of scenarios. I'm having a hard time talking right now. I'm freaking out. But that's just crazy! That's nuts! I love it so much! Holy fuck! So for example, if my pawn, okay, they're a fighter pawn, whatever, and they're gonna be a guardian. The specialization is, it's like an out of combat thing, but like a specialization where they pick up herbs, or they like picking flowers and stuff like that. Oh, cool! That means they always have herbs on hand that you can take and create into, actual healing items. Maybe that's one of the specializations. We don't know. But that just means that there's a bunch of specializations out there that we don't know about that could be something as useful as that. Something like translating an entire fucking language. Something like, oh, I'm too heavy. Not anymore. Your pawn just took your items onto themselves to lower your weight. That's another level of just keeping the game more interesting. It's crazy. I love it. Dragon's Dogma, continuing to be my favorite game of all time, even in the sequel. To be clear, I normally never even pre-order any game, never had, but in this regard, I pre-ordered the Deluxe Edition right there. It's my trust in them devs and publishers. Yep, exactly. I pre-ordered it on Steam, and I'm gonna want a physical version for PlayStation 5. I'm definitely buying one again. I might not pre-order it for PlayStation 5, but I'm definitely buying it again once I get the physical version, because I just want to stare at it. I want to look at it. Marvel at its greatness. So, another level of just customization with your pawns. Crazy. So at the start of the mission, obviously, you get this guy, Glenweir, who we start the quest with. He'll just translate for you. But I think you can get pawns that once they actually learn this language, they get that specialization, and they can just translate for you. Crazy. This entire time they're speaking in their what else? New characters. Oh yeah, character creation is looking fucking crazy. Mighty tasty, my man. Look at this. Even for the Beastren, you can change the fur pattern, you can change the... Can we back up a little bit? I want to see that pattern. You can change the colors. You can change how long your fur is, how thick it is. Like, damn, they went ham on this. And that's only the Beastren. And then you get here. And you get the actual character creation. This is only on the head. You get your head, I'm assuming your shape. You get your skin, your brows, eyes, nose, ears, cheeks, mouth, jaw, chin, and then you can reset the head. Like, and within those, you get a bunch of other... There's so many options. You're gonna be stuck in this character creator for hours. Guaranteed. And not only that, they have integrated photo... What was it called? Photogrammetry? Yeah, photogrammetry, that's right. I remembered. Don't worry, I got this. I like talking about my favorite game of all time, don't mind me. But they've added photogrammetry, which basically you can take pictures of like actual skin, actual eyes, and add them into the game to make them look even more real. This is... Oh wow. It's not looking great right now because it's zoomed in, but it looks great. It's not 4K, but it will be. Maybe others will be finished until I finish character creation. That's true. But like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. Look at all these options. And that's on the nose, ears, style, size, angle, openness, tilt, tip, lobes. What the fuck? This is gonna put Dark Souls to shame. Elden Ring character creation will have nothing on this. But you do get an option that is kind of similar to Elden Ring in that you can pick out presets for heads, and then you can get colors, or sorry, not colors, you can get other presets that are similar to that head based on that head. So like this, oh, you got a bunch of presets? Okay, let's click on this guy. And then it loads up, okay, what are the options you can get from this? And then, okay, I like that one, click on that, and then it loads more variations on that head. This is crazy, I love it. So, you just get that extra level of, that's cool. I could just pick a head. It's like, not quite what I'm looking for. But thankfully, there's like 6 other variations of that head that I could pick from. So, I like that. That's cool. It just makes it so that other people who are less versed in character creation can have that level of, you know, character creation. Not every character is going to look the same, which is nice. There's a randomized option. I will try to get some hilarious looks there after I finished game once, first time maybe. Maybe. If it's anything like Street Fighter 6, this shit's gonna get kind of crazy. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what people come up with for character creation. And then you get the new locations. We talked about this before, so I won't be going too much into detail for this. So that was basically the newest stuff. Oh, right! Fuck, that's why we went to the fucking video. God damn it, what am I, an idiot? The Doulahan! That's right, there was another monster. Another monster that we've never seen! Another monster that they just came out with before they leave. Okay. So this was at the end of the presentation. You have the Doulahan and the Drake. Oh. Both looking fucking fantastic. I hope the game will run on your PC. I hope so too. I have a 3080, so I'm kind of safe. But I could still be overwhelmed very quickly. I'm kind of careful on that. Either ways. Look at this! The Doulahan looks so fucking cool! It basically looks like a, what was it, a possessed armor in Dragon's Dogma 1. But like so much more lanky. It's longer and taller. And the cape looks so fucking cool. And it's holding its head in its hand. It's so fucking nice. And then you get the Drake. The design of the Drake looks very different. It looks vicious. I love it. It's so good. They get gameplay for these two now. As well as you can actually get the gameplay for the Warrior and the Sorcerer, which we knew were in the game, but there really wasn't any in the... yeah, that we knew of, other than some of the demo stuff. These work have a Radeon 6600 and Ryzen 5. There we go. I think you'll be good, and even if you're not, you can always lower the settings. But yeah, so you get straight up gameplay for the Warrior now, which is nice. As I mentioned, climb up on top, and then you can just stand on its shoulders and be like, I'm gonna charge my hits now, and yeah, nothing you can do about it. I love that. We charged. Hit. So there's an initial slash now, and then you have the down slap. So here we go, the Dullahan battle. What is this? It doesn't put you to sleep, but it does like heavy stun you, it looks like. And just pick you up with the power of Ghost. Might I add, ghosts or spirits, or spirit type enemies in this game look absolutely fucking crazy now. It looks so much better than they did in Dragon's Dogma 1, which is so cool. I love it. As you can see. Maybe a little bit. Then you get the spell sync right away. Boom! Bull-eyed, baby. Bull-eyed, baby. Love it. So that is basically all the new stuff for Dragon's Dogma 2 that we've learned with the latest showcase. So there we go. Look at the Urson using the dragon as a footbridge. Yeah, alright, so there we go. And you can pre-order it right here. Please, anyone who's interested in this game, you can pre-order it if you want. If you don't like pre-ordering, you can always buy it on release. Or after the very, very good reviews come out. I guarantee this game is going to sweep the nation. It's going to be insane.